Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you again. Today I want to get into a pair of kicks that I actually took an L on. I want to look at the Kobe PROTRO 8. Fortunately for us, my good buddy Silent Z was able to hit on the Court Purple pair, so I want to get into them with y'all. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these Court Purple Kobe PROTRO 8s. As I said in the intro, I took an L on these. I went for both these and the greenish blue pair. I forget what they called that colorway, but I took an L on both. Silent Z really came through. He was able to get a W on the Court Purple pair. He also recently let me borrow his pair of 4s to make that review for y'all. The day I'm shooting this is Friday. Tomorrow, the BRED Reimagined 4s drop. I have a pair confirmed at my local Finish Line for pickup, so I'll be going and grabbing them. But after seeing his pair, they are just beautiful. And some people have been asking me if I feel like that's double up worthy. I actually do. I want a pair that I can throw on feet immediately. And then I also just want a pair for when I run those into the ground, because in my opinion, they are that good. The materials are beautiful. I love the 4 silhouette, and I hope that all of you who are trying for the retail W are able to get a pair too for yourselves. They say there's going to be high numbers. I saw some people saying they're actually going to sit. I don't think they're going to sit at all, but I do think with a little bit of leg work and a little bit of effort that they should be reasonably somewhat accessible for the average guy like you and me to get. But anyhow, thank you Silent Z for letting me get your pairs to make this content. We really appreciate it. The channel's growing like crazy and I'm just really pumped about it. For this Kobe 8 PROTRO, we get the same box that I saw for the Halos, and actually I'm going to just do a little side-by-side with the Halos and this pair as well. They're very similar, but I just want to hold them up beside each other so y'all can see the differences. But we have the same box that we got for the Halos. It just looks like it's all black, but it has that sheath, which is the Kobe emblem there on the front, and that's kind of in like a glossy finish. Hopefully that's coming through on camera. And then just underneath of that, it's got Kobe's signature there in a glossy finish as well. Another thing you might not notice at first is just the texture on this box. Obviously Kobe is known as the Black Mamba, so it's got this cool snakeskin texture all over it, but it's a cool looking box. It's clean. We've seen it before. The tag reads Kobe 8 PROTRO. The colors are white, Court Purple, and white. And just like on the BRED Reimagined, Silent Z always gets a size 13. I forget what retail was on these. I don't think it was 200, maybe 190 or 180. To me, it seemed like they were a little bit more expensive than before. I thought Kobe 8s used to be like 160 or 150, but they were closer to $200. I don't think they were quite $200, but anyhow, resale is reasonable on them, and I was really looking forward to getting these in hand because I'm considering getting the greenish colorway of this pair. All right, but enough of my blabbing and that box talk and that kind of thing. Here they are. And I don't know why, but whenever I got these in hand, they actually look a lot busier in person than what I was anticipating. I mean, in pictures you could see all these numbers all over the shoes and that kind of thing, but in person they're just really busy. I feel like this pair would be ideal for playing in. Obviously, I know there's a lot of diehards that say you shouldn't own a Kobe unless you're going to play in it, but then we've had the discussion on the channel before if you can actually wear them casually. I am of the belief that you can wear Kobe's casually. I would prefer to be playing in them, but the group of guys that I played ball with, we haven't been together since before the pandemic. So once again, we got to get the gang together. I'm really itching to play some ball. Maybe one day it'll happen again, but anyhow, these are just really busy to me. I really like the look of them. It's a Kobe 8. It really does remind me a lot of those Halos that I just got not too long ago. But of course, it's got little pops of color. You can see that purple sheath detail there on the back, as well as his signature there on that heel counter. That's in that quart purple color, and I like those accents. Then we've got the swoosh in quart purple, but most notably we've got these numbers all over the shoe. I actually saw somebody say that the numbers were for the day that these were released, and I don't know if that's really accurate at all. It's Gigi's number, it's both of Kobe's numbers. So Kobe played in number 8, and then he went to number 24, and then his daughter Gianna wore number 2. So it's all 3 of those numbers. And whenever I looked at these, I was trying to see where it said February 8th 2024, and I don't see any 2/8/24. I don't know how you would get that, but it's in a different order than that. The whole upper is just a knit, and you know, the materials are the same as what we got on the Halos or other Kobe 8 PROTROs. It's a clean looking silhouette. It's definitely sleek. I like how certain elements of it pop off a lot more than what they do on the Halo pair. Most notably the swoosh, his signature, and then the sheath on the back, as well as that sheath on the tongue. I also really like having that quart purple for the outsole as well. If I'm being honest, now that I've seen these in person, I probably do prefer the Halos, just because I think if you're going to wear them casually or just wear them to the gym or something like that, I feel like the Halos are just going to be much easier to pull off with just about any outfit, whereas these or the green pair, you'd kind of have to match your outfit to them a little bit more. So for that reason, I probably do prefer the Halos just a little bit. I think they're more versatile, if that makes sense. And since I've been speaking of the Halos a good bit, here is the Kobe 8 PROTRO Halos. Obviously that is just an all-white colorway, and you might not notice a lot of the details because this is all white, but I just think these are so clean. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, plain white shoes were really popular then, and I always rocked a pair of plain white Air Force Ones with just about any outfit, and this just kind of reminds me of that simply because it's all white. Whenever I did the first review of these, somebody in the comments was like, he said it's all white but there's black on the outsole. Yes, there's black where you have this carbon fiber, but the whole upper is white. Some people just like to correct every single thing, but anyhow, I probably do prefer this Halo to these more recent Kobe 8 PROTROs. Let me know what y'all think. Some people probably do prefer having a little bit of color on them, and for me, I just think that this is more wearable, like I said, more versatile than what this or the green pair is. I don't know that I'll be grabbing the green pair, but both colorways are really affordable as far as what Kobe's go. So if you're interested in grabbing a pair of Kobe 8s and you don't have the Halos, which also are pretty affordable, these are really attainable on the resale market. They're not priced astronomically like the reverse Grinches or like those black 4s or anything like that are. So it's definitely a pair. If you're looking to add a Kobe to your collection, I think this or the green pair is a great option. One other thing that I really liked about these Halos is the little touch where it's got the little sheath emblems all over the midsole. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I thought that was a neat little accent. I think there's a couple little extra touches on this Halo pair that the standard PROTRO 8s don't have, but there you can see on this PROTRO 8 there's no little sheath emblems on the midsole there. But getting into the review, we can see that this is like a translucent purple outsole, and I love the color of it. It's a mix of herringbone, and then you also have some like snake scales there on the side of that, and I just think it's a really neat looking outsole. Underneath the heel you have that sheath accent, and that's in quart purple and white. You have the black carbon fiber there at the midfoot, and underneath the forefoot you kind of have like a suction cup or a pivot point like we see in other basketball sneakers. That purple translucent rubber kind of wraps up to the midsole. We can see another accent with that sheath there on the side, and that's met with just a bright white foam. And then as we go to the back of the shoe, it has those braille accents. And then on the inner half of the shoe, you can see the black carbon fiber wrapping up there to the midsole area. Looking at the back of the shoe, we have this hard plastic heel anchor that comes up, and that just helps to hold your foot in so it doesn't slip out while you're running or playing. And of course, we have that purple Kobe Bryant signature. I think that looks nice. We've also got like a synthetic leather material. It almost has like an outdoor basketball texture to it, but on the inside of the shoe, it's got a small embroidered court purple swoosh. Then we've got that sheath emblem underneath of the heel anchor. I really like the way that pops. As we come to the upper of the shoe, this just has a really nice knit upper. It's very breathable. I think that it'll keep your feet from getting too overheated. And it's a nice bright white base, and then it's got all these numbers, the 24, the 8, and the 2, which again, those are the numbers that both Kobe and Gianna wore. On the very front of the toe, it's got like this clear, almost like a rubber coating, just to protect the shoe. So I guess that'll help it from getting too dingy, but it also adds a little bit of structure, I think, to the front of the shoe there. These came with court purple laces already in the shoe. It didn't come with any spares or anything like that, but I like that pop of color. They'd probably look good with white laces too, maybe even with black, and it could really kind of pull out that accent of the carbon fiber. I think the court purple looks nice. And then the tongue is a white synthetic leather, and it's got that sheath emblem, and once again that's embroidered on with court purple thread. Around the collar area, it just feels like it is so padded. I think much like other Kobe's, this is a shoe that'll really mold to your foot, but it's got a white, it's almost like a satiny kind of sock liner, and then the insole is white as well, and it's got a white sheath down on that too. But that was a pretty quick look at these court purple Kobe 8 PROTROs. I really like these, but like I said, it's not a must cop. It's nothing that I need to pay resale for because I already have those halos in my collection. I do think that it's a great pair if you're looking to add a Kobe to your collection, and I'm glad that resale isn't crazy on them. I feel like they'll be pretty attainable for the near future. I do hope we continue to see a lot of Kobe's dropping this year, because I would definitely like to build up my Kobe collection. Let me know what you all think of these. Let me know what color you preferred out of this pack, and if you like these more than the halos, or if you're just indifferent to it all. As always, I appreciate you all watching tremendously. I hope if you're going for the Reimagined 4s tomorrow, that you have the best of luck and you can get as many pairs as you want. I think they're beautiful, and I am just really hoping for my own double up. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.